CSGO is officially dead, and CS2 has problems. I think it's really funny that Valve added literally nothing other than the monetization features to the game and decided CSGO just wasn't necessary anymore and CS2 is ready to go, but that's not really what this video is about. With the release of CS2, it's clear that the new major competitive game mode is pretty much just Premier. So let's talk about that, because this game mode is far from perfect. But first, this video is brought to you by SkinsMonkey, a site where you can easily and safely trade your skins. With SkinsMonkey, you can instantly swap out your old skins and get something more fresh. You can use code PENGUIN on the site to get two things. First off, you get a free $5 after you complete your first trade, with a maximum bonus if you spend $100 on the site. And secondly, you get a 5% bonus when adding balance to the site. Combined with the 30% deposit bonus SkinsMonkey offers already, that's an extra 35% for you to spend. Follow my link in the description or the pinned comment and start trading today. Alright, first off, I feel like I have to say, I do like that Premier is now the competitive way to play Counter-Strike. I think that forcing everyone who wants a real rank into this voting system is good for the diversity of the game. It forces everyone to be comfortable on at least 4 maps, no more Vertiglobals. Another good thing that comes from this is the general improvements from regular competitive to Premier. While I do think that 20-second freeze time is a little excessive, having 3 separate timeouts is a really good addition. Leaderboard being sorted by ADR by default is also great. The metric of score was always meaningless. Also, being able to see how much rating you will gain or lose before the match, as well as the ratings of the opponents. The overall transparency of this new mode is really good. But with all good things comes a few unfortunate setbacks. I'm not going to talk about the issues with gameplay, as these will inevitably be sorted out. What I'm going to be talking about is the systematic elements of Premier that could be improved. I won't spend a lot of time on the first one since it's been force-fed down everyone's throats for the past few weeks, but the tick rate still being 64 in some capacity is a bad look. Hear me out. You can use all of these metrics to show that it's not noticeable. You can even say how most important things run on subtick rather than even using the tick system at all. No matter what, even if all of this is true, the fact is that seeing the Valve servers are still using 64 tick is a bad look. It's just terrible PR. Being unable to play the game with 4 people is a moronic change that I think causes more problems than it fixes. The idea is to prevent a toxic 4 stack from ruining the experience of a solo queue player. Seems pretty good. But in reality, what happens now is that 4 stack just gets a guy off of looking to play and can do the same thing. It just takes longer. Also, the vast majority of non-toxic players that just have 4 people to play are now unable to play Premier. At least in my experience, this change just adds another 10 to 20 minutes of trying to get a 5th guy online until one of the 4 just volunteers to leave. The elephant in the room when it comes to problems with CS2 is the cheater problem. I seem to be in the minority in that I have not actually experienced any cheaters in my Premier games, at least any blatant cheaters, but that does not seem to be the norm. I'm just gonna say it. CS2 needs an intrusive anti-cheat. One of the worst criticisms that people used to give to Valorant is its use of intrusive AC. The reason that FACEIT has so few cheaters is that it has an intrusive anti-cheat. As a community, we need to accept the only realistic way that we can actually kill the cheating problem is with the use of a better anti-cheat system. And what anti-cheat systems are proven to work best? Intrusive AC. The final and largest criticism that I want to bring forth against Premier mode is something a lot more abstract than the other criticisms, and I'm not even really sure how to fix it. The biggest problem with the new way that ranks work in Counter-Strike is that there really isn't a milestone or feeling when you rank up. I don't feel anywhere near as good when I gain ELO in CS2. I think that this is because there really isn't any milestone to work towards. I think that this clear-cut numbers-based ranking system is great for transparency, but I think it would be a little bit better if these ELO ranges were maybe separated into clearer ranks. Yes, the background of the number changes, but that doesn't feel significant, at least not to me. Now, when I say this, I do recognize that there's always a chance that it only feels this way because of how new the system is. Maybe in 2 years, saying you're 6K will invoke a similar feeling to saying you're, I don't know, Gold Nova 3. Anyways, the point is that maybe this feeling is just because we don't have any basis for what these numbers mean right now. But I do think that it's worth pointing out that there is no competitive game, at least as far as I know, that doesn't have some more physical ranking system. Even Melee, the game that I consider to have the rawest player base that doesn't really care about the frills, has a traditional ranking system. Premier is a good game mode. It's a hell of a lot better than the old way that ranks worked, but it has undeniable problems. it's good to air them out early in the lifespan of the new game. Like it or not, CS2 is here to stay. There is no CSGO. Going back is not an option. Regardless of your opinion on that fact, it's true. We can't dwell on the past. We need to look to securing the future. Counter-Strike 2 is still Counter-Strike, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Thank you. Alright, it's another penguin video down. This one's shorter. I'm easing myself back into it after a kind of an accidental long extended break because of a couple extraneous circumstances that prevented me from recording videos. But should be back. I got a sick video planned for next week. I think you guys are gonna like it. It's a real fun one. But yeah, that's that. Again, follow me on Twitter. Oh yeah, and if you're like a content creator and you want to do like a segment on my channel, or you want me to do anything with you, I want to get more into doing like collaborative stuff, so just send me a DM. I'd be down for most stuff if I have the time. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.